Welcome to the spring performance of Wichita Shakespeare Company of Love, Labor's Lost. Woo!
Yeah! Woo! Yeah, Angela!
Alright, my speech, my portion of this evening is going to be 3 parts. History of community theater, history of Love, Labor's Lost, and why we're doing it this way. So first things first, Wichita Shakespeare Company is a 501c3 non-profit organization. Everyone who's involved in this production is a volunteer. So everybody's doing their own makeup, everybody's buying their costume pieces, everybody's taking their own time to paint and work on our set. So, Wichita Shakespeare Company can continue to do this twice a year through the generosity of patrons and audience members like you. So, tonight, if you really enjoyed the show and you want us to continue to do it and you're feeling generous, over on the table there, we've got a bust of Shakespeare with a giant gaping hole below his nose. He really enjoys dollar bills and change shoved in that hole. And if you're on the right side of technology, we've also got a QR code. If you hated the production and you never want us to be in this park ever again, we will take bribes. Same thing. Cash and coins can go in the hole in his face. We have a QR code. Now, Love's Labor's Lost is not one of the more well-known Shakespeare plays, but it's distinct for a couple of reasons. One, it has the longest scene in any Shakespeare play, and it has the longest speech, lasting 4 whole pages of any Shakespeare play. And because I like you, I've cut most of that out, because we want to come in at a nice trim hour and 45-minute runtime. The one thing I did keep in this play, which is distinctive, is the longest word in a Shakespeare play. And once you watch the cast feature some of these characters, I bet you money you're not going to guess which one has to say that word. As for tonight's production of Love's Labor's Lost, we are setting it in an 80s college campus. The original play set in France, all about lords and ladies, and that's boring. 80s college, that's where it's at. So instead of the Kingdom of Navarre, we're at the University of Navarre, in the quad, with our frat brothers who have sworn off women and sworn off sleep and eating in pursuit of intellectual greatness. That is, until 4 lovely sorority ladies show up on campus and they decide in less than 5 minutes to completely eschew all of their promises and try and get with these ladies. Throughout the course of the 1 hour and 45 minutes tonight, you're going to see them come together, go apart, come together, go apart. We've got pompous professors. We've got college students that look like Madonna. We run the gamut of stereotypes for 80s appearances tonight. So pop your collars, sit back and relax, and enjoy tonight's production of Love's Labor's Lost.
Let fame, that all hunt after in their lives, live registered upon our brazen tombs, and then grace us in this race of death and make us heirs of all eternity. Therefore, brave conquerors, for so you are, that war against your own affections and the huge army of the world's desires, our late shall strongly stand and forth. You 3, Biron, Dumain, Longaville, was sworn for 3 years' term to live with me, my fellow scholars, and to keep those statutes that are recorded in this schedule here. If you are armed to do as sworn to do, subscribe to your deep oaths and keep it to.
I am resolved. 'Tis but a 3 years fast. Mine shall banquet, though the body pine. The fat paunches have lean pates. Dainty bits make rich the ribs, but bankrupt quite the wits.
My loving Lord Dumain is mortified.
The grosser manner of these world delights he throws upon the gross world's baser slaves. To love, to wealth, to pomp, I find and die with all these living in philosophy. I can but say, their protestation over, so much dear liege have I already swore, and that is to live and study here 3 years. But there are other strict observances, as not to see a woman in that term, which I hope well is not enrolled there. And one day in the week to touch hours of the night, and not be seen to wink of all the day. These are barren tasks, too hard to keep, not to see ladies, study, fast, not sleep.
Your oath is past to pass away from you.
May I say no, my liege, and if you please, I only swore to study with your grace, and stay in your court for 3 years' space.
You swore to that, Biron, and the rest.
Why, yea and nay, sir, then I swore in jest. What is the end of study, let me know?
Why, that to know which else we should not know.
Come on, then, I will swear to study so, and to know the thing I am forbidden to know. If studies gain be thus, and this be so, swear me to this, and I'll ne'er say no.
These be the thoughts that hinder study quite, and train our intellects in vain delights.
Why, all delights are vain, but that most vain which pain purchased doth inherit pain. Study I, out of lazy eye, indeed, by fixing it upon a fairer eye, dazzling so that I would be his need, and give him light that it was blinded by. Study is like heaven's glorious sun, that would not be deep search with saucy books. Small have continual waters ever was, save base authority in others' books.
How well he's read to reason against reading.
Proceeded well to stop all good proceeding.
He weeds the corn, and still lets grow the wheat.
The spring is near when green geese are up-breeding. How follows that?
Biron is like an envious sleeping frog that fights the firstborn infant with the spring.
And so say I am. Why should proud summer boast before the birds have any cause to sing? At Christmas I no more desire a rose, but like of each thing in that season grows.
Shake you out! Go home, Biron. Adieu!
Oh no, my good lord, no. I have sworn to stay with you. And though I have for barbarism spoke more than that angel knowledge you can say, yet confident I will keep what I have sworn. And by the penance of each 3 years' day, give me the paper, let me read the same, and to the strictest decrees I will write my name.
How well this yielding rescues thee from shame.
Item, that no woman shall come within a mile of my court. When was this proclaimed?
4 days ago.
Let's see the penalty. On pain of losing her tongue, who devised this penalty?
Marry that? Did I?
Sweet Lord, and why?
To fright them hence with that dread penalty.
A dangerous law against gentility. Item, if any man be seen to talk with a woman within the term of 3 years, he shall endure such public shame as the rest of the court can possibly devise. Why, this article, my liege, yourself must break. Full well you know it comes in embassy a wise man's daughter with himself to speak, a maid of grace and complete majesty. Upon the joining up of Aquitaine to her sick, decrepit, bedrid father, therefore this article is made in vain, or else vainly comes the admired princess hither.
What say you, lords? It was quite forgot. We must of force dispense with this decree. She must lie here on mere necessity.
Necessity will make us all forsworn 3,000 times in 3 years' space. So, to the laws at large I will write my name, and he that breaks them in the least degree stands an attainder of eternal shame. Suggestions are to other as to me, but I believe, although I seem so low, I am last that will last keep his oath.
Yeah, right.
But is there no quick recreation granted?
Aye, that there is. Our court, you know, is haunted with the refined traveler of Spain. A man in all the world's new fashion planted that hath a mint of phrases in his brain. One whom the music of his own vain tongue doth ravish like enchanting harmonies. A man of compliments whom right and wrong have chose as umpire of their mutiny. This child of fancy, that Armado hight, for interim to our study shall relate in high-born words the worth of many a night from tawny Spain lost in the world's war. How you delight, my lords, I know not why, but I protest, I love to hear him lie.
This Armado is an illustrious wight, a man of fire, new words, fashion's own knight.
Co-starred the swain, and he shall be our sport. And so, to study, 3 years is but short.
Aye, which is the Duke's own person? Is it
This man. What is
Signor Armado, I commend you. There's villainy abroad. This letter will tell you.
Sir! Sir, the contempts thereof are as touching me.
A letter from the magnificent Armado.
how low soever the matter, I hope in God for high words.
A high hope for a low heaven. God grant us patience.
To hear or forbear laughing?
To hear, moderately, sir, and to laugh, barely. Or to forbear both.
The matter is to me, sir, as concerning Jaquinetta, the manner of it is I was taken with the manner.
In what manner?
In manner and form following, sir, all those 3. I was seen with her in the manor house, sitting with her upon the form, and taken, following her into the park. Those 3 put together, manner, form, following. And for the manner, it is the manner of a man to speak to a woman. And for the form, in some form.
Will you hear this letter with attention?
As we would hear an orator.
Great deputy, the sole dominator of Navarre, my soul's earth's god and body's fostering patron.
No word of co-star yet.
So it is.
And if it be so, if he says it is so, he is, in telling true, but so.
So it is, deceived with sable-colored melancholy. I did commend the black oppressing humor to the most wholesome physic of thy health-giving air. And as I am a gentleman, betook myself to walk the time when, about the 6th hour, when beasts most graze, birds best peck, and men sit down to that nourishment which is called supper. So much for the time when. Now for the ground which I mean I walked upon. It is a glebside park. Then for the place where I mean I did encounter that obscene and preposterous event, that drawn from my Snow White's pen the ebon-colored ink, which here thou viewest, beholdest, surveyest, or seest. But to the place where it standeth north-northeast, and by east from the west corner of thy curious knotted garden. There did I see that low-spirited swain, that base minnow of thy mirth,
Me?
that unlettered, small-knowing soul,
Me?
that shallow vassal,
Still me?
which, as I remember, might go star.
Oh! Me!
Sorted and consorted, contrary to the proclaimed established edict and continent canon, which but with this I passion to say, wherewith,
With a wench!
with a child of our grandmother Eve of female, or for thy more sweet understanding, him I, as my ever-esteemed duty pricks me on, have sent to thee to receive the meed of punishment by thy sweet grace's officer, Anthony Gold, a man of good repute, carriage, bearing, and estimation.
Me and it shall please you? I am Anthony Gold.
For Jaquinetta, so is the weaker vessel which I apprehended with the aforesaid sway. I keep her as a vessel of the law's fury, and shall at the least of thy sweet notice bring her to trial. Thine, in all compliments of devoted and heart-burning heat of duty, Don Adriano de Armado.
Not so well as I looked for, but the best that I ever heard.
The best of the worst! But, Sirrah, what say you to this?
Sir, I confess the wench.
Did you hear the proclamation?
I confess much to the hearing of it, but little of the marking of it.
It was proclaimed a year's imprisonment to be taken with a wench.
Well, I was taken with none, sir. No, I was taken with a damsel.
Oh, well, it was proclaimed damsel.
Oh, it was a damsel neither, sir. No, she was a virgin.
It is so varied, too, for it was proclaimed virgin.
If it was, then I deny her virginity. No, I was taken with a maid, sir.
This maid will not serve your turn, sir.
This maid will serve my turn, sir.
Oh, sir, I will pronounce your sentence. You shall fast a week with bran and water.
I would rather pray a month with mutton and porridge.
Don Armado shall be your leader. My Lord Biron, see him to the door, and go we to put in practice that which to each other hath so strongly sworn.
Oh, I lay my head to any good man's hat. These oaths and laws will prove an idle scorn. Sarah, come on.
I suffer for the truth, sir, and true it is. I was taken with Jacquinetta because Jacquinetta is a true girl. So therefore, sit down, the sour cup of prosperity. Affliction will smile again, but until then, sit thee down, sorrow.
Is it when a man of great spirit grows melancholy?
A great sign, sir, that people will sad.
Why, how canst thou come sadness to melancholy?
No! No! Lord, sir! Oh!
And this is one of the self-same thing. How can you separate it?
By familiar demonstration of the working.
I promised to study 3 years with the book.
I've been doing it hours, sir.
Impossible.
You are just a gangster, sir.
I confess both. They are both the varnish of a complete man. I will hereupon confess. I am in love. And as it is based for a total above, so am I in love with the base wind. Methinks I could elsewhere Cupid. Come from me, Boyet. What great men have been in love?
Sir, the juice pleasure is that you keep the guard safe. You must suffer him no slight nor no penance, but a must fashion. 3 days a week. For this damsel, the other one? Yeah. I must keep her here at the park. She is allowed to the daylight. Very well.
To betray myself with blushing. Maid? I will visit thee at the lodge.
That's Biron.
I know where it is situated.
Lord, how wise you are.
I will tell thee wonders.
That face.
I love thee.
So I heard you say.
And so, farewell.
Fair weather after you.
Yikes. Come, Jacquinetta, away.
Villain, thou wilt fast for thy offences ere thou be pardoned.
Well, sir, I hope that when I do it, I shall do it on a full stomach.
Take away this villain! Shut him up!
Come, away! I will not be pent up, sir. No, I will fast, being loose.
No, sir. That was us. And loose.
Sir, if I ever do see the merry days of desolation that I have seen, some shall see.
What shall some
Nay, nothing, Master Moth, but what they look upon.
I do affect the very ground which bays, where her shoe, which is baser, guided by her foot, which is basest, doth tread. I shall be forsworn, which is a great argument of falsehood if I love. And how can that be true love which is falsely attempted? Love is a familiar. Love is un diablo. There is no evil angel but love. Adios, valor, but her manager is in love. Yea, he loveth. Assist me some extempore, O God of rhyme, for I am sure I shall turn sonnet. Devise wit, write pen, for I am for whole volumes in folio.
Now is prodigal of all dear grace, as nature was in making graces dear, when she did starve the general will decide, and prodigally gave them all to you. Good Lady Boyet, my beauty, though but me, needs not the painted flourish of your praise. Beauty is bought by judgment of the eye, not uttered by base sale of chapman's tongue. I am less proud to hear you tell my worth than you much willing to be found wise in spending your wits in the praise of mine. But now the task. Good Boyet, you are not ignorant. All telling fame doth noise abroad. Navarre has made a vow. So painful study out where 3 years no woman may enter his silent court. Therefore seemeth it a needful course. But before we enter his forbidding gates to know his pleasure, and on that behalf, bold of your worthiness, we single you as our best moving fair solicitor. Tell him the daughter of the CEO on serious business, craving quick dispatch importunes personal conference with his grace. Haste, signify so much, so we will attend like humble visaged suitors his high bed. Proud of employment, willingly I do. All pride is women's pride, and yours is so. Who are the votaries, my ladies true, that thou fellows with this virtuous do?
Lord Longaville is one.
Know you thy man?
I know him, madam. Old well fitted in arms, glorious in arms. Nothing ill becomes him well. The only soil is where virtue's lost, and virtue's lost can stain with any soil, is a sharp wit matched with too blunt a will, whose edge hath power to cut, whose will still wills. It should none spare that come within his power.
Some very mocking lord would like it so.
They say so, most his humors know.
Such short-lived wits do wither as they grow. For the rest,
The young Dumain, a well-accomplished youth of all that virtue love for virtue love. Most power to do most harm, least knowing ill, for he hath wit to make an ill-shaped good, and shape to win grace, though he had no wit. I saw him at the Duke Allen cause once, and much too little of that good I saw is my report to his great worthiness. Another of these students was at that time there with him, if I have heard it true. Biron, they call him, but a merrier man within the limit of becoming mirth I never spent an hour's talk withal. His eye doth beget occasion for his wit. For every object the one doth catch, the other turns to mirth-moving jest. So sweet and voluble is his discourse.
bless, ladies. Are they all in love?
Oh, here comes Boyet.
Now, what's admittance, ladies?
The bar has notice of your fair approach, and he and his competitors below will all adjust to meet you.
Okay.
Married, thus my last remarks. He rather means to lodge you in the field than seek a dispensation from his oaths to let you enter his unpeopled house.
I can't sleep outside.
I hope you run tents, ladies.
Ah, fair princess. Welcome to the court of Navarre.
There, I give you back again, and welcome. I have not yet.
You shall be welcome, madam.
I will be welcome, then conduct me thither.
Hear me, dear lady, I have sworn an oath.
I hear your grace hath sworn out housekeeping. 'Tis deadly sin to keep that oath, my lord, and sin to break it. But pardon me, I am too sudden bold to teach a teacher, ill beseemeth me. Vouchsafe to read the purpose of my coming, and suck there resolve me in my suit.
I will, madam, if subtly I may.
You will the sooner I were away, for you'll prove perjured if you make me stay.
Did not I dance with you at Raven once?
Did not I dance with you at Raven once?
I know you did.
How needless was it then to ask the question?
You must not be so quick.
'Tis long of you to spur me with such questions.
No, your wit's too hot. It speaks too fast. I feel tired.
Not till it leave the rider in the mire.
What time of day?
The hour that fools should ask.
Now fair befall your mask,
Careful, the face it covers.
and send you many lovers.
Oh, men! So you be none.
Nay, then, I will be gone.
Madam, your father resolved to intimate the payments of 100,000 crowns, being but the one half of an entire sum disbursed by my father at McClure. But say that he or we, as either have, received that sum, yet there remains unpaid 100,000 more, surety of which one part of Aquitaine is bound to us. If then the boss, your father, will restore but that one half which remains unsatisfied, we will give up our right in Aquitaine and hold fair friendship with his majesty.
You do my father wrong, and wrong the reputation of your name, and so unseeming to confess receipt of that which hath so painfully been paid.
I do protest, I never heard of it. And if you prove it, I'll repay it back.
Oh yes, you can produce acquittances for such a sum of special officers.
Satisfy me so.
So please your grace, the packet is not come. Tomorrow you shall have sight of them.
It shall suffice me. At which interview all liberal reason I will give. Meantime, receive such welcome at my hand as honor without breach of honor may. You may not come, fair princess, within my gates, but here without you shall be so received, as you shall deem yourself lodged in my heart. Tomorrow shall we visit you again?
Sweet health and fair desires consort with your grace.
My own wish I be in every place.
Lady, I would commend you to mine own heart.
I pray you, do your commendations. I would be glad to see them.
I would you heard it groan.
Is the fool sick?
Sick at the heart.
Oh, laugh, let it blood.
Would that do it good?
My physic says I.
Will you prick with your eye?
No point. With my knife.
Well, God save thy life.
And yours from long living.
I cannot stay Thanksgiving. Lady, I pray you a word.
Okay.
Which lady is that saying?
The Arabella pond. Katherine, her name.
A gallant lady. Madam, fare you well.
I beseech you, a word. What is she in the white?
A woman, sometimes. And you saw her in the light.
Chance light of the light. I desire her name.
Oh, she hath but one for herself. To desire that were a shame.
Pray you, madam, whose daughter?
Her mother's, I have heard.
God's blessing on your beard.
Good sir, be not offended. She is an Arab falcon.
Nay, my choler is ended. She is a most sweet lady.
Not unlike, sir, that baby.
What is her name in the cap?
Rosaline, my good hap.
Is she wedded or no?
To her will, sir, or so.
You are welcome, madam. Adieu.
Farewell to me, sir, and welcome to you.
That last one is Biron, the very madcap lord. Not a word with him but a jest.
And every jest but a word.
It was well done of you to take him at his word.
If my observation, which very seldom lies, by the heart still rhetoric disclosed eyes, deceives me not now, the law is infected. With what? With that which we lovers entitled affected.
Your reasoning?
Why, all his behaviors would make their attire to the court of his eye. Keep a thorough eye. His heart, like an agate, with your printed breast, proud of his form, and his eye quite expressed. His tongue, all impatient to speak and not see, did stumble in haste of his eyesight to thee. All senses that sensitive make their repair, to feel only looking on, fairest of fair.
Oh, I share that.
Methought all the senses were locked in his eye, as jewels and crystals some prince provide, who tendering their own worth from where they were glassed, did point you to buy them along as you passed. His face's own margin did point such amazements. Well, that all eyes sought his eyes in fancy gate. I'll give him appetite and all that is his, and you give him, for my sake, but one loving
Okay, come to our pavilion.
Boyet is to sow, but to speak that of words which his eye hath disclosed. I have only made a mouth of his eye by adding a tongue which I know will not
Oh, tenderness of years, take this key. Give enlargement to the swain. Bring him festinally hither. I must employ him in a letter to my love.
A message will sympathize. A horse to be ambassador. For an ass.
What sayest thou?
Very sir, you must send the ass on the horse. For he is very slow-gated.
The way his butt short,
But
the way.
I go.
Yes, go.
I wonder, master, here is custard broken shin.
But tell me, how is there a custard broken in a sheet?
Well, I will tell you, since thou hast no feeling of it, Moth, I co-starred running out while safely within. I fell over the threshold. I broke my shin.
We will talk no more of this matter. Cyril Costard, I will enfranchise thee.
Oh, marry me to one franchise?
by my sweet soul, I mean setting thee at liberty, giving thee thy freedom. Thou wert immured, restrained, captivated, bound.
True. And now you will be my purgation.
and let me loose.
I give thee thy liberty, set thee from durance, and in lieu thereof impose on thee nothing. But this, come here, bear this significant to the country-made aqueduct. There is remuneration. For the best word of mine honor is rewarding my dependent. Moth, follow.
Like the sequel, I, Senor co-starred you.
Oh, my good name co-starred exceedingly well then. Pray you, sir, how much carnation ribbon can a man buy for a remuneration?
What is a remuneration?
Nary, sir, a halfpenny farthing.
Applied 3 farthings worth of silk.
Oh, why, thank your worship. God be with you.
Oh, say, Swain, I must employ thee. As thou wilt win my favor, good my knave, do one thing for me that I shall entreat.
When would you have it done, sir? This afternoon? Then I will do it. Fairly well. Thou knowest not what it is. I will know it, sir, when I have done it. Why, villain, you must know first. I will come to your worship tomorrow morning.
It must be this afternoon.
Oh.
The princess comes to hide here in the park. In her train there is a gentle lady. When tongues speak sweetly, they name her name.
What's her name?
Rosaline, they call her.
Rosaline.
Ask for her, and to her white hand see thou do commend this sealed up counsel. There is thy guerdon. Go.
Gardon! Ooh, sweet Gardon! Better than a remuneration! 11 pence farthing better! Oh, Gardon! Remuneration! I will do it, sir, in print! Gardon! Remuneration!
I, forsooth, in love. Oh, my little heart. What I love, I sue, I seek a wife. A whitely wanton with velvet brow, 2 pitchballs stuck in her face for eyes. I, by heaven, one that will do the deed, though Argus be her eunuch and her guard. And I to sigh for her, to watch for her, to pray for her. Goat, who it is like a plague that Cupid would impose for my neglect of his almighty, dreadful little might. Well, I love. Write, sigh, pray, sue, and groan. Some men must love my lady, and some Joan.
Was that the king? I know not, but I think it was not he. Well, ladies, we shall have our dispatch. On Saturday, we will travel back home. Then, Katherine, my friend, where's the bush that we must stand and put the shutter bug in?
Nearby, upon the edge of yonder coppice.
Stand. Where you may make the fairest shoots.
I think, my beauty, I am fair that shoots, and thereupon thou speakest the fair shoots.
Forgive me, madam, for I meant not so.
What? What? First praise me and then say no? Such short-lived pride! Not fair! Laughable!
Yes, madam, fair.
Nay, repay me now. Where fair's not, praise not mend the brow. Here, with my glass, take this for telling true. Fair payment for foul words is more than due.
Well, nothing but fair is that what you inherit.
See, my beauty will be saved by marriage. Oh, heresy fair, fit for these days, a giving hand, though foul, shall have fair praise. Thus will I save my credits in the shoot, not wounding, pity could not let me do it. So out of question, so I sometimes only grow guilty of offensive pride. When for fame's sake for praise, outward parts, then and that the working of the heart. Not as I for praise alone seek not still before dear blood, and my heart means no ill. Do not curse lies, hope that some sovereignty only for praise sake, when they strive to be lords or their lords. Only for praise, and praise we may accord, for any lady that can subdue a lord.
Oh, here comes a member of the Commonwealth.
Pray you! Which of you is the head lady?
Thou shalt know her by the rest that have no head.
Which of you is the greatest lady? The highest?
The thickest and the tallest.
The thickest and the tallest. That is so, truth is truth. And by your waist, mistress, were as slender as my wit. One of these maids' girdles for your waist should be fit. Are you not the chief woman? You are the thickest here.
What's your will, sir? What's your will?
I have a letter from Monsieur Biron to a lady Rosaline.
Thy letter. He is a good friend of mine. Stand aside, bearer. It's fine. I got it. This letter is mistook and imported none here. It is written to Yaquinetta. By heaven, that thou art fair is most infallible. True, that thou art beauteous. Truth itself, that thou art lovely. Or fairer than fair, beauteous than beautiful. Truer than truth itself, hath commiseration on thy heroical master. The magnanimous hand of the illustrate feet of Petra set eye upon the pernicious and exuberant beggars Anophrenen. I don't know which to anathemize in the vulgar. Obase and obscure vulgar. The jealousy. He came, saw, and overcame. He came one, saw two, overcame three, three times.
Who came? The king. Why did he come to see? Why did he see to overcome? To whom came he? To the beggar. What saw he? The beggar. Who overcame he? The beggar. The conclusion is victory. On whose side? The king's. The captive is enriched. On whose side? The beggar's. The catastrophe is a nuptial. On whose side? The king's. No. On both in one or one in both.
I am the king. For so stands the comparison. Thou, the beggar. For so witnessest thy loneliness. Shall I command thy love? I may. Shall I enforce thy love? I could. Shall I entreat thy love? I will. What shalt thou exchange for rags, robes, or titles? For thyself? Me. Thus expecting thy reply, I profane my lips on thy foot, my eyes on thy picture, and my heart on thy every part. Thine in the dearest design of industry, Don Adriano de Armado. What a plume feather has he not indited this letter? What day, what weathercock? Did you ever hear better?
I am much deceived, but I remember the style.
Else your memory is bad, knowing more is erewhile.
This Armado is a Spaniard that keeps here in court a phantasm. I'm a non-woman, and one that makes sport to the prince and his bookmates.
Thou fellow, a word.
My lord.
To whom shouldst get it to?
From my lord to my lady.
From which lord to which lady?
Oh, from my lord Biron, a good man of mine, to a lady of France, whom he called Rosaline.
Thou hast mistaken his letter. Come, ladies, away. His sweet princess will be thine another day.
Sir Nathaniel, sir, will you hear an extemporal epitaph on the death of the deer? And to humor the ignorant, call I the deer the princess killed a cricket.
Well, bird, good master, I will furnish bird. So it shall please you to abrogate scurrility.
I shall something affect the letter, for it argues facility. The braveful princess pierced and pricked the pretty pleasing pricket. Some say a sore, but not a sore, till made sore by shooting. The dogs did yell, put L to sore, then sorrel jumps from thicket, for pricket sore, or else sorrel, the people fall a hooting. Sore be sore, then L to sore makes 50 sore, or 1 sorrel, and of 1 sore I an 100 make, by adding 1 more L.
A rare talent, sir.
This is a gift that I have, simple, a foolish, extravagant spirit, full of form, function, shape, object, idea, apprehension, motion, revolution. These are begot in the ventricle of memory, nourished in the womb of Pia Mater, and delivered upon the mellowing of occasion.
I praise the Lord for you, sir. Oh, and so may my parishioners. Yes, for their sons are well tutored by you, and their daughters profit greatly under you. You're a good member of the Commonwealth. That's all.
How did you borrow, Master Carson? Master Carson, be so good as read me this letter. It was given me by the Star, and sent me from Don Armado. I beseech you read it.
I will hear a stanza, a verse, lege domine.
If love make me forsworn, how shall I swear to love? Never faith could hold if not to beauty bound. Those thoughts were once oaks to thee, like ocean bound. If knowledge, study his biased leads and makes his book thine eyes, where all those pleasures live that art would comprehend. Knowledge is a part to know thee shall suffice. Well learned is that tongue that well can thee commend, all ignorant that soul that sees thee without wonder, which is to me some praise that I thy parts admire. Thy eye shows lightning bears, thy voice is dreadful thunder, which not to anger bent is music and sweet fire. Celestial as thou art, pardon love this wrong that sings heaven's praise with such an earthly tongue.
Oh, you find not the apostrophes and so miss the accent. Let me supervise the Kansanet. But Demoiselle Virgin, was this directed to you?
I serve one onshore Biron, one of the strange queen's swords.
I shall overglance the superscript. To the snow white hand of the most beauteous Lady Rosaline, your ladyships and all desired employment, Biron. Sir Nathaniel, this Biron is one of the votaries of the king, and here he hath framed a letter to a sequant of the stranger queen, which, accidentally or by matter of progression, hath miscarried. Trip and go, my sweet. Deliver this under the hand of the king, for it may concern much. Stay not thy duty, my forgive thy compliment. Adieu.
Good Hussard. Going. Sir? God save your life.
Have with thee, my girl.
Sir, you have done this in the fear of God, very religiously, and as a certain father saith...
Oh, tell me not to the father, for I do fear colorable colors, but to return to the verses, did they please you, Sir Nathaniel?
Oh, marvelous well for the pen.
What? I do dine today at the father's of a certain pupil, where if before repast it should please you to gratify the table with the grace, I will, on my privilege that I have with the parents of the aforesaid child or pupil, undertake your Benvenuto, where I will prove these verses to be very unlearned, neither savoring of poetry, wit, nor invention. I beseech your society.
And thank you too. For society, saith the text, is the happiness of life.
And such the text most infallibly concludes it.
Whatever you say.
Well, set me down, sorrow! For so they say the fool said, and so say I. I the fool. Well-proved wit. By the Lord, this love is as bad as Ajax. It kills sheep. Kills me. I, a sheep. Well-proved again on my side. I will not love. If I do, hang me. In faith, I will not. Oh, but her eye. By this light, if not for her eye, I would not love her. Yes, for her 2 eyes. By the heaven, I do love. And it taught me to rhyme and be melancholy. But here is part of my rhyme. And here my melancholy. Well, she hath one of my sonnets already. The clown bore it, the fool sent it. The lady hath it. Sweet clown, sweeter fool, sweetest lady. By all the world, I would not care a pin if the other 3 were in. Here comes one with a paper. God give him grace to grow. I mean, shot by heaven. Oh, proceed, sweet Cupid. Thou hast thumped him with a bird bolt over the left calf.
So sweet a kiss the golden sun gives not to those fresh morning drops upon the rose. As thy eye beams and their fresh rays of smoke, the nights of dew that on thy cheeks down flows. Nor shines the silver moon one half so bright through the transparent bosom of the deepest. Doth thy face through tears of mine give light. Thou shinest in every tear that I do weep. No droplet as a coast doth carry thee, so ridest thou triumphing in my woe. Do but behold the tears that flow in me, and they thy glory to my grief will show. But do not love thyself. If thou wilt keep my tears for glasses and still make me weep. O Queen of Queens, how far dost thou excel? No thought can think, nor tongue of mortal tell. How shall she know my griefs? I'll drop it. Sweet shade. Who is he comes here? What's Longaville in greeting? Listen here.
And in thy likeness, one more fool appear.
Ay me, I am forsworn!
He comes in like a verger, wearing papers.
Am I the first that have been perjured so?
I could put thee in comfort, not by you that I know. Oh, thou makest the triumvirate, the quarter cap of society, the shape of love's Tyburn that hangs up simplicity.
I fear these stubborn lines lack power to move. Oh, sweet Maria, empress of my love. A woman, I forswore, but I will prove. Thou being a goddess, I forswore, not thee. My vow was earthly, thou a heavenly love. Thy grace being gained cures all disgrace in me. vows are but breath, and breath of vapor is. Then thou, fair sun, which on my earth dost shine, exhalest this vapor vow. In thee it is. Broken then, it is no fault of mine. If by me broke, what fool is not so wise to lose an oath to win a paradise? Oh my God.
God amend us, God amend. We are much out of the way.
By whom shall I send this? Company, say.
All hid, all hid. An old infant play. Like a demigod here I sit in the sky, and wretched fool secrets heedfully o'er I. More sacks to the mill, heaven I have my wish. Dumain transform, or woodcocks in a dish.
Oh, most divine cake!
Oh, most profane coxcomb!
By heaven, the wonder in a mortal eye!
My earth, she is not corporal. There you lie.
Oh, that I had my wish!
And I had mine!
My mind's good, Lord.
Amen, so I had mine.
But forget her, with a fever she reigns in my blood and will remembered be.
My fever in the blood, my incision would let her out in saucers, sweet misprision.
Once more I'll read the ode that I have writ.
Once more I'll mark how love can vary wit.
On a day, alack the day, love whose month is ever May, spied a blossom passing fair, playing in the wanton air, that the lover, sick to death, wish himself the heaven's breath, but alack my hand is sworn, ne'er to pluck thee from thy thorn. Do not call it sin in me, that I am forsworn. The king, Biron, and Longaville were lovers too. Ill, to example ill, would from my forehead wipe a perjured note. For not a friend where all alike do dote.
Dumain! Thy love is far from charity. You may look pale, but I should blush, I know, to be o'erheard and take a napping so.
Come, sir, you blush! As is your case as such, you chided him offending twice as much. I've been closely shrouded at that tree, and marked you both, and for you both did blush. I heard your guilty rhymes, observed your fashion, saw sighs reek from you, noted well your passion. You would for paradise break faith and troth.
Oh!
And Joe for your love would infringe an oath. What will Biron say when he shall hear faith so infringed with such zeal and swear? How will he scorn? How will he spend his wit? How will he triumph, leap, and laugh at it? For all the wealth that ever I did see, I would not have him know so much by me.
No, my liege! Oh, I pray thee, pardon me. Good heart, what grace hast thou, thus to reprove these worms for loving that art most in love? Oh, but are you not ashamed? Nay, are you not? Oh, three of you to be thus much o'ershot. Oh, what a scene of foolery I have seen, of sighs and of groans, and of sorrow and of tears. Oh, me, with what patience have I sat to see a king transformed to a gnat? Oh, where lies thy grief? Oh, tell me, good Dumain, and gentle Longaville, where lies thy pain?
Too bitter is thy jest. Are we betrayed thus to thy overview?
Oh, not you to me, but I betrayed by you. I that am honest, I that hold it in sin to break the vow I'm engaged in. For when would you see me write a thing in rhyme, or groan for love, or spend a minute's time?
Soft. Wither away so fast? A true man or a thief that gallops so?
I post from love, good lover, let me go.
God bless the king.
What presents hast thou there?
Some certain treason!
What makes treason here?
I beseech your grace, let this letter be read. Our parson, Miss Doubtson, 'twas treason.
Biron, read it o'er.
Oh,
Where hadst thou it?
Of the sword.
Where hadst thou it?
Done a dramadio!
Hey! How now? What is in you? Why dost thou tarry?
a toy, my liege, a toy. Your grace needs not fear it.
It did move him to passion, and therefore let's hear it.
It is Byron's writing.
and here is his name. You horse and loggerhead, you are born to do me shame. Guilty, my lords, guilty. I confess.
What?
That you three fools lacked me fool to make up the mess. He, and you, my liege, and I are pig purses in love. And we deserve to die. But will you dismiss this audience and I shall tell you more?
Oh, now the number is even.
True, we are four. Will these turtles be gone?
And sirs, away.
Walk aside the true folk and let the traitors stay.
Sweet lords, sweet lovers, oh, let us embrace. We are as true as flesh and blood can be. The sea will ebb and flow, the heavens show his face. Young blood doth not obey old decree. We cannot cross the cause why we were born. Therefore, of all hands, we must be forsworn.
Do these rent lines show some love of thine?
Did they, quoth you? Oh, heavenly Rosaline, what peremptory, eagle-sighted eye dare look upon the heaven of her brow that is not blinded by her majesty?
What zeal, what fury hath inspired thee now?
My love, her mistress is a gracious moon.
Oh,
She and attending stars scarce see the light.
oh, my eyes are then no eyes, nor I Biron. But for my lady the day would turn to night. Lend me the flourish of all gentle tongues. My painted rhetoric, she needs it not. To things of sale, a seller's praise belongs. She passes praise, then praise too short, doth block.
My heaven, thy love is black as ebony.
Oh, is ebony like her? Oh, wood divine.
Oh, paradox! Black is the badge of hell, the hue of dungeons, and the suit of night. And beauty's breast becomes the heavens well.
Oh, if in black my lady's brow be decked, it mourns that painted and usurping hair should ravish doters with a false aspect. Therefore, is she born to make black fair.
To look like her, our chimney sweeper's black.
Since her time, our colliers counted bright.
Your mistresses dare not come in rain for fear their colors be washed away.
But what of this? Are we not all in love?
Nothing so sure, and thereby all forsworn.
Then leave this chapter. And good Biron, now prove our loving lawful and our faith not torn.
Aye, very fair. Some flattery for this evil.
Oh, some authority, how to proceed. Some tricks, some quillets, how to cheat the devil.
'Tis more than need. Well, have at you then, affection's men at arms. Consider what you did forswear unto. To fast, to study, to see no woman. Black treason against the kingly state of youth. And say, can you fast? Your stomach's too young. And abstinence engenders maladies. Oh, we have taken a vow to study, my lords, but in that vow we have forsworn our books. For when would you, my liege, or you, led in contemplation, have found out such fiery numbers as the prompting eyes of beauty's tutors have enriched you with? It is from women's eyes this doctrine I derive. They sparkle still the right Promethean fire. They are the books, the arts, the academs that show, contain, and nourish all the world. Else none at all in aught proves excellent. Therefore, fools you were these women to forswear, or in keeping what is sworn you will prove fools. Let us once lose our oaths to bind ourselves, or else we lose ourselves to keep our oaths. It is religion to be thus forsworn, for charity itself fulfills the law, and who can sever love from charity?
St. Hubert then.
Ah!
And soldiers to the field.
Advance your standards, lords, and upon them. Ah!
Now to plain dealing, lay these glosses by. Shall we resolve to woo these girls?
And win them too. Therefore, let us devise some entertainment for them in their tents.
First, from the park, let us conduct them hither. and then homeward, each man attach the hand of his fair mistress. In the afternoon, we will with some strange pastime solace them, such as the shortness of the time can change, for revels, dances, masks, and merry hours, for unfair love, strewing her way with flowers.
Away, away, no time shall be omitted. That will be time and may by us be fitted.
Like witches may prove plagues to men forsworn. If so, our copper buys no better treasure.
Yeah! I love women!
I praise God for you, sir. Your reasons at dinner have been sharp and sententious, pleasant without scurrility, witty without affection, audacious without impudence, learned without opinion, and strange but without heresy. I did converse this wanton day with a companion of the king's who is intituled, nominated, or called Don Adriano de Armado.
Navi, hominem, tunquil, te! His humor lofty, his discourse peremptory, his tongue mild, his eye ambitious, his gait majestical, and his general behavior vain, ridiculous, and personical. He is too peaked, too spruce, too affected, too awed, as it were, too peregrinate, as I may call it.
A most singular and choice epithet.
He draweth out the thread of his verbosity finer than the staple of his argument. I abhor such fanatical phantasms, such insociable and point-device companions, such wreckers of orthography as to pronounce doubt sine me when he should say doubt. Dead when he should pronounce dead. D-E-B-T, not D-E-T. He clepeth a calf. Half? Neighbor, look at our neighbor. They abbreviated nay. It is abominable, which he would call abominable. It insinuated to me of insiere, me intelligus domine, to make frantic, lunatic.
Chira!
Oh, well, a chira, not sirrah.
Men of peace, well encountered.
Most military, sir. Salutation.
They've been a great feast of languages and stolen scraps. They have lived long on the alms basket of words. I marvel thy mentor has not eaten thee for a word. For thou art not as long by the head as honorific umbilicitude natantibus. They are easier swallowed than a flapdragon. Peace!
Okay. Artsman, preambulate. We will be singled from the barbarist. Do you not educate youth at the church house on top of the mountain?
Or Mars, the hill.
At your sweet pleasure for the mountain.
I do. Sans question.
Sir, it is the king's most sweet pleasure and affection to congratulate the princess at her pavilion in the posteriors of this day, or as the rude multitude call it, the afternoon.
The afternoon, most generous sir, is liable, measurable, and congruent with the posterior of the day. The word is well called, chose, sweet, and apt. I do assure you, sir. I do assure you.
Sir, the king is a noble gentleman, and my familiar. I do assure you, very good friend. Yeah, I must tell thee, it will please his grace by the world sometime to lean upon my poor shoulder, and with his royal finger thus, dally in my excrement. With my mustachio. Mustachio. But, sweetheart, let that pass. By the world, I recount no fable, some certain special honor that pleases his grace to impart to Armado. A soldier, a man of travel, that has seen the world. But let that pass. The very all of all is that the king would have me present the princess, sweet Chuck, with some delightful ostentation, or show, or pageant, Oh, an antique. Or firework. Now, understanding that the curate and your sweet self are good at such eruptions and sudden breaking out of mirth, as it were, I have acquainted you with all to greater assistance.
Sir, you shall present to her the 9 worthies.
Sir, where will you find the men worthy enough to present them?
Yourself, Joshua, I shall, and those gallant gentlemen shall be Judas Maccabees, and this swain, because of his great limb or joint, shall pass Pompey the Great.
Shall I tell you a thing?
We attend.
We will have, if this fade not, an antique. I beseech you, follow.
Here, Goodman Dole, thou hast spoken not a word all this while.
Nor understood none neither, sir.
Alone, we shall employ thee.
Oh, well, I'll make one in a dance or so. Or I'll play on the tabor for the worthies and let them dance the hay.
Oh, don't. Honest don't. Lost boy, away.
Sweethearts, we shall be rich ere we depart. The lady rolled about the diamonds. Look you, my half-loving king.
Madam, came nothing else along with that?
Nothing but this. As much love and crime must be crammed up into one sheet of paper. Writ both sides the margin. And oh, Rosaline, you have a favor too.
Who sent it and what is it? I would that you knew. And if my face were but as fair as yours, my favor were as great. Be witness this. I have verses too. I think Biron. Oh. He hath drawn my picture in his letter.
Anything like?
Much in the letter. Nothing in the phrase.
Beauteous as ink, a good conclusion. Then, Katherine, what was sent to you from the fair Dumain?
Madam, this glove.
Oh, did he not send you twain?
Yes, madam. And moreover, some 1,000 verses of a faithful lover. Well, this and these girls.
To me, sent Longaville.
The letter.
Too long.
But Hanson,
I think no less. Doth thou not wish the chain were longer, the letter short? I with these hands might never part. We are wise girls to mock our lovers so.
They are worse fools to purchase mocking so. That same Biron, I'll torture ere I go. No, that I knew he were in but for the week. How I would make him fawn and beg and seek and wait the season and observe the times and hide his prodigal wits in bootless rhymes and shape his service wholly to my hest, to make him proud, to make me proud, who jests. So, her taught life, would I sway his state? He should be my fool, and I his mate.
Now, folly and fools bears not too strong a note, as foolery in the wise when wit doth know. Oh, here comes Boyet. Earth is in her face.
Oh, I am stabbed with laughter. Where's her grace?
Thy news, Boyet?
Prepare, madam, prepare. Arm what is armed. Encounters mounted are against your peace. Love doth approach disguise. Armed in arguments, you'll be surprised. Must fear it, stand in your own defense, or hide your heads like cowards and fly hence.
Who are they that charge their breaths against us? Say, scout, say.
The king and his companions present.
What? But what come they to visit us?
They do,
mistress, which they'll know by favours several which they did bestow.
And will they so?
The gallants shall be tasked.
For ladies, we shall everyone be masked.
Oh, and not a man will have the grace, despite a suit, to see a lady's face.
Hold, Rosaline, this thou shalt wear, that the king will court thee for his dear. Hold, take this and give me thine, and Lord Biron will take thee for Rosaline. Change your favours too, so shall your love be contrary to see by these bills.
Come on, then. Wear the favours most in view. But English changing, what is your intent?
The effect of mine intent is to cross theirs. They do it but in mocking merriment, and mock for mock is only my intent.
But shall we dance with them, if they desire to it?
No, to the death. We shall not be.
Why, that contempt will kill the speaker's heart, and quite divorce his memory from this part.
There's no such sport as sport by sport or throne. Make theirs ours and ours but our own. So shall we stay, mocking intended game, and they, well mocked, depart away in shame.
Be masked. The masker's come.
All hail the richest beauties on the earth.
What would these strangers know their minds, Boyet? If they do speak our language, it is our will that some plain man recount their purpose. Know what they would. What wish you with the princess?
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
What would they? Say they?
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
Why, that they have. Bid them so. Be gone. She says, you have it, and you may be gone.
Say to her, we have measured many miles to tread a measure on this grass.
They say that they have measured many a mile to try to measure with you on this grass. It is not so. Ask them, how many inches is in 1 mile? For if they have measured many, the measure then of 1 is easily told. Pop quiz. If to come hither you have measured miles, and many miles, the princess bids you tell how many inches doth fill up 1 mile.
Tell her we measure them by weary steps.
She hears herself. How many weary steps of the many weary miles you have o'ergone are numbered in the travel of 1.
We number nothing that we spend for you. Our duty so rich, so infinite, that we might do it still without a calm. Vouchsafe to show the sunshine of your face, that we, like savages, might worship her.
Our face is but a moon, and clouded too.
Blessed are clouds to do as such clouds do.
Play music then. Nay, you must do it soon. Not yet, no dance. Thus change I like the moon.
Will you not dance? How come you thus estranged?
You took the moon in full, and now she's changed.
Yet still she is the moon, and I the man. The music plays. Vouchsafe some motion to it.
Our ears vouchsafe it.
But your legs should do it.
Since you are strangers and come here by chance, we'll not be nice. Take hands. We will not dance.
Why take we hands then?
Only to part friends. Curtsy, sweetheart. And so the measure ends.
more measure of this measure be not nice.
We can afford no more at such a price.
Prize you yourselves. What buys your company?
Your absence only.
Well, that can never be.
Then cannot we be bought, and so adieu. Twice to your visor, half once to you.
If you deny the dance, let's hold more chats.
In private, then.
I am best pleased with that.
One-handed mistress, one sweet word with thee.
Honey and milk and sugar. There are three.
One word in secret, then.
Let it not be sweet.
Well, thou grievest my gall.
Gall. Bitter.
Therefore, meat. Yeah. Will you vouchsafe with me to change a well?
Name it.
Fair lady.
Oh, say you so, fair lord. Take that for your fair lady.
Oh, please it you as much as private as I've been with you.
What? Was your visor made without a tongue?
I know the reason, lady. Why you ask?
Oh, for your reason. Quickly, Sir Ivon.
You have a double tongue within your mask, and would afford my speechless wizard half.
One word with you in private, ere I die.
Bleat softly, then. The butcher hears you cry. The tongues of mocking wenches are as keen as the razor's edge invisible, cutting a smaller hair that may be seen above the sense of sense. So sensible seemeth their conference. Their conceits have wings fleeter than arrows, bullets, wind, thought, swifter things. Not one word more, my maid. Break off. Break off.
Farewell, mad wenches. You have simple wits.
Oh, yes.
Are these the breed of wits so wondered at?
Tapers they are, with your sweet breaths, puffed out. Oh, well, liking which they have. Gross. Gross. Fat. Fat. Oh, they were all in lamentable cases. The king was weeping right for a good word. Biron swore himself at all suits.
And Dumain was at my service, and his sword.
Lord Longaville said I came on his farm. Have you heard? I am the king's love sworn.
And Biron hath lighted his faith to me.
And Longaville was for my service, boy.
And Dumain was mine. Sugar's buckle sweet.
And pretty mistresses, give ear. Immediately they will again be here in their own shapes, or it can never be they will digest this harsh indignity.
Well, what will we do if they return in their own shapes through?
Madam, if by me you'll be advised, let's mock them still, as well known as disguised. Let us complain to him of what fools were here, disguised in shapeless gear, and we will wonder what they were, and to what end their shallow shows and prologues vilely penned. Ladies, withdraw, the gallants are at hand.
God save you, madam. Where's the princess?
Oh, gone to her tent. Please at your majesty command me any service to her thither.
Like you vouchsafe the audience for one word?
I will. And so will she, I know, my lord.
This lady pecks up wit as pigeon's peas and offers it again when God doth please.
She is wit's peddler and retails her wares at wakes, wassels, meetings, markets, fairs.
And consciences that will not die in debt. Hey, heard the new of honey-tongued Boyet.
All hail, sweet madam, and fair time of day.
Fair and all hail is foul, I can see.
Construe my speeches better, if you may.
Then wish me better. I will give you leave.
We came to visit you, and purpose now to lead you to our cause. Vouchsafe.
This field shall hold me and hold your back.
me not for which you provoke. The virtue of your eye must break my oath.
Your nickname virtue right spoke for virtue's office of a brakesman's stroke. Yet as pure as the unsullied lily I do protest. I would not yield to be your house's guest. So much I hate a breaking cause to be a heavenly oath vowed with integrity.
But you have lived in desolation here, unseen, unvisited, much to our shame.
It's not so, my lord, it's not so. I swear. We have had pastimes here, and pleasant game. A mess of ruffians left us but of late. Ruffians?
How, Madam Ruffian?
No!
Aye, in truth, my lord, trim gallants full of courtship and estate. Madam, speak true. It is not so, my lord. My lady, in keeping with the manner of the days, in courtesy gives undeserving praise. We four, confronted here with foreign ruffian clothing, here they stayed an hour and talked apace, but in that hour, good my lord, they did not bless us with one happy word. I dare not call them fools, but this I think, if they were thirsty, fools do feign to drink.
They'll mock us now downright. Let us confess and turn it to a jest.
Amazed, my lord, why look at your highness so sad?
Here stand I, lady. Dart thy skill at me. Bruise me with scorn, confound me with clout. Thrust thy sharp wit quite through my ignorance. Cut me to pieces with thy keen conceit, and I shall wish thee nevermore to dance, nor nevermore in ruffian clothing wait. Never will I trust to speeches penned, or to the motion of a schoolboy's tongue, nor never come in vizard to a friend, or woo in rhyme like a blind harper's song. I do forswear them, and here protest, by this white glove, how white the hand God knows, my wooing mine henceforth will be expressed in russet yeas, an honest cursey knows. To begin, wench, so God help me law, my love for thee is sound, sans crack or flaw.
Stand, I pray you.
I'll leave it by degrees. Soft, let us see. Right, Lord, have mercy on us on those three. They are infected in their hearts and lungs. They have a plague and caught it of your eye. Oh, these lords are visited. You are not free. For the Lord's tokens on you do I see.
No, they are free that gave these tokens to us.
Well, our states are forfeit. Seek not to undo us.
It is not so. For how can it be true that you stand forfeit, being those that sue?
Teach us, sweet madam, for our rude transgression, some fair excuse.
Fairest is confession. Were you not here even now, but disguised?
Madam, I was.
And were you well advised?
I was, fair madam.
And when you were here, what did you whisper in your lady's ear?
No more than all the world I give respect to.
When she shall challenge this, you will reject her.
Upon mine honor, no.
Peace, forbear. Your oath once out, you forced to forswear.
Despise me when I break this oath of mine.
I will, and therefore keep it. Rosaline, what did the ruffian whisper in your ear? Madam, he swore he did hold me as dear and precious eyesight, and that he did value me above this world, adding thereto, moreover, that he would wed me, or else die my lover. Joyousness! So the Lord doth honorably unfold his word.
What mean you, madam? By my life, my troth, I never swore this lady such an oath.
Oh, by heaven you did! And to confirm it plain, he gave me this.
Here, take it, sir, again.
My faith, and this the princess I did. I knew her by this jewel on her sleeve.
Pardon, sir. This jewel did she wear, and Lord Biron, I thank him, is mine here. What, will you have me or your pearl again?
Neither of either. I remit both twain. I see the trick on. Here was a consent. Knowing aforehand of our merriment, the ladies did change favor. And then we, following the signs, but the sign of she. How much upon this it is. Now to our perjure, dead more to terror, we're again forsworn. In will and error.
Master!
No! Now might not you forestall our sport to make us thus untrue?
Full merrily have this brave managed this career and
Oh, God! Lo, she's tilting straight. Peace I have done. Welcome, pure wit, thou partest a fair fray.
Yes, sir, they would know whether the three worthies should come out or no.
What, are there but three?
No, but that is verifying, for each one presents 3.
And 3 times thrice is 9. Art thou one of the worthy?
It pleased them to think me worthy of Pompeian the Great. For mine own part, I know little the degree of the worthy, but I will stand for him.
Go, bid them prepare.
We will turn it finally off, sir, and take some care.
Biron, they will shame us. Let them not approach.
Oh, we are shame-proof, my lord, and is some policy to have one show worse than the king's in his company.
I say they shall not come.
Nay, let me o'errule you now. Their birth founded makes most form in earth. When confounded is what great laboring perish in their birth.
A right description of our sport, my lord.
I, Pompey am!
You lie, you are not he.
I, Pompey am!
With leopard's head on me.
I, Pompey am! Pompey, surnamed the Big. The Great! It is great, sir! I, Pompey am! Pompey, surnamed the Great. Were often field with targe and shield, should make my foe to sweat. And if your ladyship would say, thank you, Pompey, I've had done.
Great, thanks, great Pompey.
I know not what it's worth. I thought I would be perfect. I made little fault in the great.
Oh, little, my hat to a halfpenny. Pompey proves the best worthy.
Yeah.
Pompey,
Pompey, Pompey, Pompey, Pompey, Pompey.
When in the world I lived, I was the world's commander. By east, west, north, and south, I spread my conquering might. My scutcheon flame declares that I am Alexander.
Your nose says no, you are not, for it stands too right.
Oh, your nose smells knowing this most tender-smelling night.
The conqueror is dismayed. Proceed, good Alexander.
When in the world I lived, I was the world's commander.
Most true, 'tis right. You were so, Alexander.
Pompey the Great.
Your servant and co-starred.
Away with Alexander.
Away with the
Oh, you have overthrown Alexander the Conqueror. You will be scraped from the painted cloth for this. What? A conqueror and a fear to speak? Run away for shame, Alexander.
Pompey, 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 Pompey.
There, and it shall please you, a foolish mild man, an honest man, look you and soon dashed. A marvelous good neighbor, faith, and a very good bowler. But poor Alexander, and it shall please you, a little over parson, but there are many worthies a coming that will speak their mind in some other sort.
Great Hercules is presented by the this imp, whose club killed Cerberus, that three-headed Catus, and when he was but a babe, a boy, a shrew, did he strangle serpents with his Venus. Odium, he seemeth in minority. Ergo I come with this apology. Keep some state in thy exit and vanish. Judas I am.
Oh, Judas!
Oh, not Iscariot, sir. Judas I am, equipped with Maccabee.
Judas Maccabee's clipped is plain Judas. Oh, the kissing traitor. And how art thou proved, Judas?
Judas I am.
The more shame for you, Judas.
I will not be put out of my countenance.
Because thou hast no faith.
A sicker head.
The head of a podkin. A death's face in a ring.
The face of an old Roman coin. Scarcity!
Caesar's fountain.
A torn-bone face and a blast. St. George's hat cheek. In a brooch. In a brooch of lead. And more in the cap of a tooth drawer. Now forward, for we have put thee in countenance.
You have put me out of my countenance.
On close, we have given thee faces.
Yeah, you have outfaced them all.
And thou wert a lion, we would do so.
Therefore, as he is an ass, and so it does sweet you.
For the love of his name. Oh, for the ass to the Jude, and then away with him. Judas! Away! Away!
Bobby! 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 Bobby!
How hath he been paid?
God save you, madam!
Welcome, Mercain, but thou interruptest our merriment.
I'm sorry, madam, for the words I had are heavy on my tongue. It's your father.
Dead. For my life.
Even so, my tale is full.
How fares your majesty?
Boyet, prepare. I will wait.
No, I do beseech you, stay.
Prepare, I say. I thank you, gracious lords, for all your fair endeavors and entreat out of the princess hold and vouchsafe your rich wisdom to hide the little opposition of our spirit. Excuse me so. Guard closed. They were too soon to speak. Farewell, worthy lord. Heavy heart bears not the liberal tongue. Excuse me so for the too short of thanks for my great suit so easily obtained.
The extreme parts of time extremely forms all causes to the purpose of his speed. It often at his very loose decides that which long process cannot arbitrate. And though the morning brow of progeny forbid the smiling courtesy of love, the holy suit which fain it would convince, yet since love's argument was first on foot, let not the cloud of sorrow justly from what it purpose. Since to wail friends lost is not by much so wholesome profitable as to rejoice in friends but newly found.
I understand you not, my griefs are doubled.
Honest, plain words best pierce the ear of grief, and by these badges understand the king. For your fair sakes have we neglected time, played foul play with our oaths. For your beauty ladies have much deformed us, fashioning our humors even to the opposed end of our intents. And what in us hath seemed ridiculous, as love is full of unbefitting strains, wanton as a child, skipping and vain, formed by the eye, therefore like the eye, full of strange shapes of habits and of forms, varying in subject as the eye doth roll to every varied object in his glance. Which particoded presence of loose love put on by us, if in your heavenly eyes hath misbecomed our oaths and gravities, those heavenly eyes that look into those faults suggested us to make? And therefore, ladies, our love being yours, the error that love makes is likewise yours. We prove ourselves false by being once false, forever to be true to those that make us both. Fair ladies, you. That falsehood in itself a sin, thus purifies itself and turns to grace.
We have received your letters, full of love, your favors, the ambassadors of love, and in our maiden council rated them of courtship, pleasant jest, courtesy, as bombast and as aligning to the times. But more devout than this have in our respects have we not been, and therefore friendship, love, and old-fashioned like a merry bit.
Our letters, madam, show much more than jest. So did our looks.
We did not quote them so.
Now, at the latest minutes of the hour, grant us your love.
The time methinks too short to make a world without end bargained. No, my lord, your praise is perjured much, full of your guiltiness. Therefore, then, if for my love there is no such cause, you will do aught. This you shall do for me. Your oath I will not trust, but go with speed to some forlorn, if they prefer the faithful, from all the pleasures of the world. There stays with 12 pleasant time to brought about the annual record. If this austere and sociable life change not your offer made in the heat of blood, if frost fast, hard lodging, thin weeds, and not the body blossoms of nor love, that it bears this trial and lasts love. The expiration of a year, then challenge me by these deserts, and now by this virgin calm crucified, I will be them. Till that instant shall my woeful self up in the mourning house be great tears of lamentation and remembrance of my father's death. If this thou do deny, let our hands part neither entitled to the other part.
With this, or more than this, I would deny. To flatter up these powers of mine with rest, the sudden hand of death grows at me. Hence ever then my heart is in thy breast.
But what to me, my love? What to me? A wife.
A beard, fair health, and honesty. With threefold love, I wish you always free.
Shall I say I thank you, gentle wife?
Not so, my lord. A 12-month and a day. Come art no words that smooth-faced wooers say. Come when the king off to my lady come, then if I have much love. I'll give you some food.
Preserve me, truly faithfully until then.
Yet swear not, lest ye be forsworn again.
What says Maria?
At the 12 month's end, I'll change my black gown for faithful friend.
I'll stay with patience. Time is long.
Like your youth and color, so young.
Studies, my lady? Mistress, look on me. Behold the window of my heart, mine eye. What humble suit attends thy answer there? Impose some service on me for thy love.
Oft have I heard of you, my lord Biron, before I saw you, and the world's large tongue proclaimed you a man replete with mocks, full of comparisons and wounding flouts, which you would execute on all estates that lie within the mercy of your wits. To weed this wormwood from your fruitful brain, and thereby to win me, if you please, without the which I am not to be won. You shall, this 12-month, from day to day, visit the speechless sick, and converse with groaning wretches, and your task shall be, with all the fierce endeavor of your wit, to enforce the pained impotent to smile.
to move wild laughter in the throat of death, but it cannot be. It is impossible. Mirth cannot move a soul in agony.
Why, this is the way to solemnize the spirit, whose grace and influence is begot by that whose grace which shallow, laughing hearers give to fools. The prosperity of a jest lies in the ear of him that hears it, never in the tongue of him that makes it. Then, if sickly ears, deafed by the clamor of their own dear groans, will hear your idle scorn, I will have you, and that fault. But if they will not, throw away that spirit, and I will find you empty of that fault, right joyful of your reformation.
A 12-month. Well, befall what will befall, I will just a 12 months in a hospital.
I entreat my lord, so I take my leave.
No, madam, we will bring you on your way.
Our wooing doth not end like an old play, and Jack hath not chill. Of these ladies' courtesy may have well made our sport a comedy.
Sir, at once a 12-month and a day events will end.
Oh, it's too long for a play. We're not in this now.